Welcome to. I don't really know which episode this is, so we're just gonna kind of wing it as we go along. But welcome to another version, episode, week, installment, whatever you want to call it, of Bad Hair Day with your. Don't laugh at me. Of Bad Hair Day.
Laughing, I'm sorry.
With your hosts Brianna and Jamie. As always, we're going to go into entertainment news and what's been going on for the past week.
Okay, so first we're starting off with Zendaya. So after Modeliste magazine released retouched images of her, she took it upon herself to release a side-by-side comparison of the picture before and after it was photoshopped. The magazine apologized to her and took down the image shortly after the post, which stated, "Had a new shoot come out today and was shocked when I found my 19-year-old hips and torso quite manipulated. These are the things that make women self-conscious, that create the unrealistic ideals of beauty that we have. Anyone who knows who I am knows that I stand for honest and pure self-love. So I took it upon myself to release the real picture, right side, which was on the right side of the retouched image, and I love it." So she put the picture up on her Instagram with the side-by-side comparison. And I mean, it was weird because the photoshopped picture looked completely unnatural. And it looked weird.
It looked really, really strange. It looked.
Yeah.
They kind of just chopped off a chunk of her hip
Yeah.
and tried to fix everything so she looked slimmer, but it didn't really come out right.
No, and she didn't need to be photoshopped. She's gorgeous and she looked fine. I don't understand why they just thought, "Okay, we're just going to chop off half your hip."
I actually think she looked a lot better.
Yeah.
Without the Photoshop. I
Yeah.
feel like, I mean, the Photoshop, they did also like smoothen down her hair and make her skin look more like sunny and tanner and that kind of thing. But I don't know. I feel like they didn't need to do it.
They didn't.
It's different if I feel like the person asks them, "Oh, hey, could you do this, this, and the other?" But if the celebrity is uncomfortable with it, and if they have previously said that they're uncomfortable with something, I don't understand. Like, what's the point?
Especially now, it's such an embarrassment for them because she released the real picture and she told everyone, "Okay, I was really uncomfortable with this," and then now the magazine looks bad.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you do that to your reputation, to your image, when you can just release the picture of her on photoshopped? And I mean, it's she's gorgeous. It was a good picture, and they didn't need to change anything about it.
Oh, no. It's really annoying. I also feel like it's just stupid on their part because Zendaya has, I don't want to say reputation, but she has a reputation for calling people out on things and for standing up for you look the way you look, don't let anyone tell you it's not good enough and that kind of thing. So I feel like if you're going to Photoshop someone, you picked the wrong person.
Yeah, definitely. And especially in such a noticeable way. Did you think she was going to miss it?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I feel like I said before, I feel like it's different if the person asks them to, "Hey, can you fix this? Can you fix that?" Or if they just touch something up a little bit, or if they mess with like the coloring or that kind of thing, because it's not something that's so noticeable and so out there and so crazy. But they like chopped her in half.
I mean, I would understand if you have acne, if you have a huge pimple on your nose or something, somewhere really noticeable where makeup doesn't really cover the texture of it, and you say, "Hey, can you Photoshop this pimple?" That is completely fine because, you don't want that pimple on your face when you're... But, I mean, something else like your hips, really?
It's also weird because I feel like Photoshop was really big for a really long time, but I feel like we're kind of entering a different phase where celebrities don't approve of Photoshop. And a lot of companies, like clothing lines, I know, Aerie, is it? None of the models are like touched up anymore. They're all like the same way they took the picture. That's how they come out in the print.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just think it's really weird. And I feel like it's something that you wouldn't really expect to happen anymore. I feel like it's something that you would expect to have happened like 10 or 15 years ago when Photoshop just started to be a thing. I feel like now a lot of people are kind of over Photoshop. And they're like, "Oh my God, it's pointless. You look the way you look. Stop trying to change it." Like, no one is going to believe that you look the way you look in a magazine.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Should we move on, or are you still angry about this? Jamie was very unhappy because Zendaya is one of her girls.
Yes, she's so perfect and pretty, and I love her. She's so cute and like young, and her face is just like so pretty. I just love her, and I was really upset when I saw. I was like, really, she's perfect already. You don't need to change her.
She was very stressed out,
Mm-hmm.
to say the least.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on because we actually don't have as much to talk about in the show today. But I'm kind of excited for our last segment because it's about one of my favorite people in the world.
We can't spoil it though, although it's really obvious. But...
It's usually obvious.
Mhm.
But anyway, for those of you who don't know, One Direction has done more than they usually do within the last 48 hours. They've canceled the show, promised the release of a special announcement, and they even debuted their newest music video, which I made Jamie watch and listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And I made everyone else watch and listen to.
I
That's not
approve,
the point,
by
though.
the way.
So the music video for the newest single, Perfect, made everyone go crazy, basically on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and Snapchat. The video itself is entirely done in black and white, while the song is rumored to be about Taylor Swift and Harry Styles' brief relationship a few years ago. Because of a certain line, which states, if you're looking for someone to write your breakup songs about, baby, I'm perfect. And Harry is the one that says it. And he is one of the co-writers of the song.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit creepy and obvious in a way.
Yes, but what I don't understand is why would you... Okay, this is it's kind of sad. Because, and I mean sad in a, not in a, oh, it's tragic kind of way, and I mean it in a pathetic kind of way. Because your relationship with Taylor Swift was years ago. She released a song about it, I think. I don't remember which song it was, but there was a song, I'm sure. And that was a long time ago. And everyone's over it now. Nobody cares. Because she's with her new man, who is gorgeous.
But if you look on the songs that they have now, they couldn't release any of the songs with Zayn in them. Or with Zayn having, how do you say, contributed to the writing of it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the songs that they release now were songs that were recorded or re-recorded because they were written a few years ago.
Oh, okay. So then I
Yeah.
understand. But if the song...
It's not like he wrote it last week and it
Okay.
just came out.
That's what I thought. I thought
No.
it was a new song.
The song itself is new, but it wasn't written recently.
Oh, okay. So that
They
I
haven't
understand.
written anything new for a very long time because they have a bunch of songs and lyrics and that kind of thing saved.
Okay.
So,
I understand now.
yeah.
I can't... be
Helping out
angry.
a little
I
bit.
can't be angry anymore. It's been settled, so I have closure on that.
They also released, I think on like Spotify, they released an EP with uncensored, explicit versions of some songs, including Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't listened to it yet, but some of my friends have, and apparently it's completely different than what you would expect. It's like just weird it's different language and hearing them differently and that kind of thing.
Wow.
It's a little weird. I feel like it's uncomfortable kind of because they've made themselves out to be this almost
Cutesy boy band.
wholesome, cutesy boy band, perfect little figures and pictures, and they're releasing newer versions of older songs.
Yeah, that is weird. Okay, so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about JWoww and Lady Gaga.